Good day, guys, Austin here, and in this one today we're looking at EMU-NATION, which means that it's everything to do with emulators, gaming, front ends, and pretty much anything that floats my boat in that kind of scene. Now this week is a special because I've got a bumper edition. I had far too much stuff to go through this week, so I saved it all up, and you've got it all in one supreme extended edition as it's Saturday. So in this episode today, we're going to be looking at the usuals. CEMU, we've got Citra, we've got front ends such as Launchbox, we've got some somber and bad news in terms of websites, but we've also got probably the biggest competition that the world has ever seen. Well, maybe not, but some of you lucky viewers out there may have won some of the new retro arcade keys that I was giving away last week. Results of that are in this episode today. So enough of my waffling because we've got stuff to go through here. Let's just get stuck in. Right, so first up we've got the emulation news, and this week is no different from every other. This week we're looking at CEMU first, and CEMU's got a big one again. It's about to unleash today, the 29th of October being today, the newest incarnation of the CEMU emulator. This will be version 1.6.2, and this one is a biggie. Again, I say this every week, but according to the literature that they have just unleashed upon to the public, it's going to be a very good one indeed, giving us huge speed up, compatibility and performance improvements all round. But to be more specific, first off, the big one is going to be transform feedback. Now, on the original Wii U itself, it used a process called accelerated streamout. Now, what this did was offload some of the CPU usage into the GPU. So, PCs have been doing this for some time, consoles have been doing it for some time, but it's a way which some games could see improved performance on the actual console itself. Now, it's pretty damn awesome. However, the actual Wii U console didn't utilize this on many games. Some of the big ones out there, though: Xenoblade Chronicles, Super Smash Bros., Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and so on and so forth. But those are the big ones which actually utilized it. Now, anything that gets Super Smash Bros. Running full frames per second on my PC is absolutely awesome, and I will tip my hat once that day comes. However, this one is actually, it could be possible, hopefully today. And the way this could happen is by using transform feedback. Now, the developers are saying that this utilizes the OpenGL transform feedback, a process which actually means that it doesn't need to emulate working through the GPU anymore. It can actually work through the GPU. So some of the games that we have in our little libraries can be run through the GPU itself, as was on the original Wii U. Now, this is kind of hard to comprehend and to explain, because I'm talking about an emulator which is no longer emulating certain features within it. It's actually doing the process as what is intended by the actual console itself, which is hard to explain, but I'm sure you get my gist. Basically, the most simplified factor is that this is good all round, and we're going to see certain speed-ups with some games. Now, this does mean that it's working both on our CPU and GPU, so I've got no idea what this kind of impact will mean on our hardware, and I've got no idea what impact this would mean in terms of usage from a good GPU versus a bad GPU. I've got no idea. So hopefully I can get my actual hands on it today, and I can see what all this means and what kind of impact this means across the board. But the good news doesn't just stop there, because this is giving huge speed ups, but the implementation of this is actually fixed in some of the games. So as you can see on this, one of the big bug fixes is that Xenoblade Chronicles now has grass. From the looks of it, it's also got better lighting effects, because every time I seem to play it, it's pitch black. It's like somebody turns all the lights out in Xenoblade Chronicle world. It's pretty dark in there, but from the looks of it, we're looking pretty healthy in that world now. So yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it. Other than that, then we've got the normal stuff, CPU optimizations, which must mean that, well, to be honest, speed ups all around by the sounds of it. Bug fixes and improved amiibo support. There isn't much mentioned on that, but I'm guessing that we might have now the write capabilities. We did have the read capabilities where we could actually copy our amiibos into the game, but we couldn't copy them from the game back to our amiibo save states. But we'll see how that goes from there. Other than that, then we've got future graphical features. So what they're stating in here is, in the future, they're going to be working on more features to give us more options for graphics in game. So not only have we got actual features including running the games, but now we can actually soup them up and make them look, oh, to be honest, a lot better. Now, what I'm not figuring out from this statement is if they're actually including it in the emulator, so we can add this to games which has already got it to actually improve them and soup them up, kind of the same kind of standards that Dolphin does, or if we're actually utilizing better the versions of these which the games use in the first place. Hopefully the developers will get back to me on this one, but either way, it's pretty much awesome news all round. So they're already looking to the future. We've got huge speed ups, it's utilizing our GPU at last, and hopefully we can have Super Smash Bros. Running full speed on my PC. If that happens, then I don't care about the rest. I just want that in my world. So, awesome news all round. Other than that, then, we've got Citra. And Citra's opened a can of worms as well. Because not only have we got, I don't know, in the last few incarnations, more games working, as you can see here, but we've also got improved graphical performance. Because I can now add full texture scalability on there. We have now added XBRZ scaling of textures. Now this goes all the way up to 6, and it sounds like a little improvement, but it does actually make the actual games look beautiful. I mean, there was quite a lot of games where you could play and it looks awesome because the more 3D side of it was all being upscaled and they were clean and crystal, and it looks awesome when they're scaled. But there are some few little features where the textures or the actual artifacts within the game are, because it's supposed to be run on such a small screen, just aren't translating into the scale side of it all very well, which means that we do get quite a lot of pixelated stuff, especially when it comes to text, 2D textures, 2D stuff going on, or characters in certain ways. So yeah, this is pretty much awesome. Also in the Citra builds that I've been noticing recently, a lot of the games which I was previously having issues with are now working, which is awesome because it improves my catalogue. Now don't get me wrong, some of these games are running very slow, but because speed up is coming so fast, oh my god, it's a bright future, and hopefully by the time Christmas comes, Santa might leave a full working build of Citra underneath my tree. No, he won't, but hopefully we'll be one stage closer, because the way this is developing, it's just going on par with CEMU. Every day brings something bright into the world, something Citra. So this now brings me on to the front-end news, and this week's no different than always. We're looking at Launchbox, and Launchbox has been developing. They took a bit of a hiatus as they went on their journey, the pilgrimage, some may say, to Retropalooza, and there was all kinds of footage of them enjoying some good times without me because, well, I live in the UK and going to somewhere like that is just a dream for me. However, I've been enjoying their series, but we're not here to think about what they've been doing other than their front end, and what they have been doing in their front end is pretty good, to be honest. They've been knocking down barriers and bringing new assets in there like no one's business, like they normally do, to be honest. And well, this week we're looking at marquee support. So basically you can have more than one monitor hooked up. One would actually play your game and the other one would show a marquee. So as you select a game in the front end, or even as you're playing it, it would actually show the marquee, if you wanted it to, from back in the day, displaying above your actual arcade. And that would change depending on what system you're running, depending on what game you're running, and it can have whatever image you want on there. It's just like a dual monitor setup, but it actually reacts with the front end depending on what system, what game, and whatever it is you program it in to actually change to. So that's an awesome step forward. Other than that, then they're looking at LED Blinky. Now this was a long awaited addition to the Launchbox franchise, and it's a pretty good one, to be honest, because what this allows you to do is light up the buttons. Although we can all light up buttons in our plain old simple arcades, what this one can do is again play it to the system or the actual game as intended. So the main one is main, so every time you load up a game in main, You can make it actually light up in whatever color you want the button to light up at, and which buttons you want to actually illuminate and which ones you want to leave blank. So if you've got a certain control configuration, you can actually light it up in that control configuration. If you're using a system, you can actually have the system's buttons lit up as they were coloured on the actual control pads. You get the gist about what's going on. It's absolutely mind-boggling and awesome. And if you're going to build an arcade, it is the creme de la creme of controller and third-party support, adding something like this to your arcade. So yeah, top notch and an excellent introduction to the Launch Box series. Elsewhere in the front end news, we've got Monster Arcades and also Launchbox again. Because what's happened is these guys are kind of teaming up together. Now, Monster Arcades are a quite reputable firm which actually sell fully fledged, up and running, already assembled arcade cabinets. Now, I don't know much about them because they're US based. I'm not sure if this go over to the UK. I would like them to get in touch with me to give me more information about all this. It would be awesome. But yeah, they make fully fledged arcade cabinets, and what's happened is Launchbox is actually teaming up with them, so Monster Arcades can actually ship with the front end already in there, already pre-configured, set to your controls, and up and running. Now, them introducing Launchbox and working in harmony with each other takes out the middleman and takes out all the hassle of you guys actually getting it set up. So if you just want a quick fix, a quick up and running bundle, then this is an awesome idea, to be honest. I cannot believe somebody's not come up with this sooner in a more legitimate way than what they've probably got now. Now, of course, you will probably need to have your games in place, and you probably will need to have your emulators and get it all set up for you. I've got no idea of the schematics or details about this. It would be awesome if Monster Arcade could get in touch with me, and also Launchbox, just to clear up a few facts so I can give you a more detailed introduction to all this. It's awesome news all around, and I tip my hat to both of them guys for teaming up and getting something like this done. It does give another option for those more of a casual user who just want to get something in the games room and get it up and running in a matter of, well, opening a box. But yeah, that's awesome. And now for the gaming news, and this week is a somber moment because I've got some bad news for you all. Black Cat Games is no more. As of this week, it was closed down, and it was closed down apparently by the UK Anti-Piracy Police. They did unleash onto the website an actual banner saying that they have taken it down. It's also known as the Police Intellectual Property Crime Unit, and it is actually a legitimate side of the UK Police. It's a cybercrime unit, and it does actually work out of that name, and it does actually do this kind of stuff. There has been posts on the website, links in the description down below for the actual post given by the police, or the statement should I say, and the actual statements, or I don't know, more information about it from other sources. I'm not here to judge about anything like this. I'm a very firm believer you only play what you've already paid for. So if you own the game, you can play it however you want. I'm not here to judge anything to do with that, and I'm a firm believer in being able to play it on whatever you want. I bought it at the end of the day, so I'm gonna play it on whatever I want. If I buy a DVD, I don't want to play it on my Sony DVD player. I want to play it on every DVD player. So yeah, that's just the way I interpret all this and the way that my mind works in the gaming scene. But of course, your views are your views. I'm just telling you the news. And yeah, thanks to the description down below. It's a somber day. It's a bad day. But apparently it's more into it than just the copywriting stuff. There's a more sinister side, but again, I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to put any views. At the end of the day, this is all speculation, and the only people who know about what really went on is the actual police investigating and the actual people involved in it themselves. So I would only say take it from the horse's mouth. Well, enough of the doom and gloom, because I've got what you've all came here for, more than likely, because nobody likes to listen to me waffle. Let's get underway with the competition results from the new Retro Arcade Neon. Right, so welcome to the competition. Here we are going to unveil who you lucky winners are. However, as we're going through this, there need to be a few rules that needed to be adhered to be qualifying for your prize. First off, it needs to be in the comment section of the video, obviously, because it won't be loaded up otherwise. Also, there needed to be some kind of statement saying that you want to be entered into the competition. I will not take just random comments. They need to actually state that they need to be entered into the competition or somewhere along them lines. I can kind of pick up the vibe on that, guys. Also, I did state that they needed to tell me their favourite arcade game of all times. And that is for use in a future video. Do not worry, it's just not random knowledge that I want to know. It is actually for useful purposes in the future. But anyway, let's focus on this video. I have got 6 winners that I need to hand pick using this program. And I'll put links in the description down below so you can actually see that this program is legit, and I will go through and sift through the comments once the winners are unveiled, just to make sure that there's been no dodgy stuff going on and they have adhered to all the rules in here. They have 1 week to claim their prize, and they will claim it by messaging me in a PM on YouTube using the account which is picked out in this. So they need to use the account which they entered into, so I know that it's a legitimate person, and I will simply just pass them the CD key and they could use new retro arcade neon forever, or at least as long as Steam allows you to. Anyway guys, I think we all get the gist of what's going on here. Let's make some magic. Okay, first off, let's put it in here, let it load its comments up. Okay then, first lucky winner. Remember, it needs to have at least 2 things in this comment. They want to be entered into it and an arcade game of some sort. I'm not going to be too fussy, I'll get the gist guys, so let's see what happens anyway. Okay then, first one, Jonathan Turner. At last, a name that I can just say. I would love a key. That's what he says. My favourite game is iRobot. Simple, to the point, but genuine. I like it, Jonathan Turner. Well done, you're a lucky winner. Make sure you send me a PM. Next one then, Daniel Welsh. I like to enter the competition. My favourite game is Metroid. Thank you, Daniel Welsh. You too are a lucky winner. That's 2 down. Come on, we're on a good roll here. Catherine Teresa? Sorry, my pronunciation of names is absolutely terribolical. Is that even a word? I don't even know, but it sounds good. I would like to enter this competition. Yes, thank you. We're on a good roll today. And my favourite arcade game is Track and Field, button version, not the joystick version. Good choice as well. However, those buttons do not last very long, even the arcade buttons. So, Catherine Teresa, well done. Again, my apologies, Catherine. Trini Hickson. Well done, Trini Hickson. I really love to enter into the competition. My favourite arcade game is Terminator Salvation. A modern one. One that's just hit the blocks and able to play on our PCs very soon. And maybe a video coming. Sneak peek. Okay then, so that is number 4. 2 more to go. Well done, Trini. Okay, next one is Sharif Hassan, and he states, the game for me would have to be the classic Donkey Kong. I'd love to be able to play it as it originally was through arcade neon. Okay, yep, I get that. Sharif, borderline there, because you didn't actually state that you wanted to be in the competition, but I think we all kind of get the gist. So that is number 5. One more lucky winner for today's competition. Well, results. Let's see what we've got. Come on. My heart and my mind is with you all out there. Please, gods of CD keys, may you be graceful in your presence. Trevor Blake. Or Trevor what? Gotta enter with Metal Slug X. I cried my local arcade sold their Metal Slug cabinets. I cannot believe anybody would actually sell them. They are gold dust, especially in the UK. But congratulations, Trevor. You are the final winner in today's EMU-NATION. However, guys, do not worry your beating little hearts, because I've actually got, oh my god, 3 more keys to give away. I'm not going to give them away today, so do not worry about that one. I'm going to do a dedicated video again to get this ball rolling. I don't want to convolute all this video with just competitions, but trust me guys, I've got 3 more CD keys for this game to give away. New retro arcade neon will be unleashed throughout the country, and I want to give everyone a key if I possibly can. You just need to start harping on at the developers to give us more keys. So a couple of months ago I was sent this, a box full of goodies, and well, I did say thank you for this a couple of months ago, but it was from a Nintendo based video and they blocked it, so I don't think it finally got aired, and I cannot not say anything about this because it really did literally bring a tear to my eye. It's a box full of goodies with T-shirts, like 20 plus, different sizes, mouse mats as you can see. It's got coasters for my table. It's got all kinds in there, and it was sent out of goodwill, non-requested, no monetary funds exchanged whatsoever. Carlton from the US sent me this box, and I cannot believe that somebody would do this for me. You know, it wasn't requested, it wasn't anything like that. And when I opened it up and seen what somebody had done like this, unbelievable. It restores my faith in humanity. Not that I don't have any faith, it's just I don't know. It's like, how do you react to something like this? It's awesome. Somebody doing something like this just out of goodwill. There's no words that I can actually put into there. Even the t-shirt says I keep on waffling on, but I cannot waffle about this because it makes me speechless. But Carlton from the US, thank you so much, mate. Thank you. I cannot believe you did something like this. Now, you guys can have some t-shirts in future competitions. So, yeah. Thanks, Carlton, and look forward in the future, guys. Well, I think that's a long enough episode today. I think I've covered more or less everything that I needed to cover. I've gone back and swept up everything that needed to be done, and I think we're pretty much set for the future. So, as of today, quick reminder, today is the day that CEMU 1.6.2 is released. So we're going to be diving straight into that and seeing what it's all about. Also, I've got some stuff lined up for the Citra stuff. I've got a big video reference what kind of computers and the CPU, GPU types, all that kind of stuff, and how it affects various different emulators in various different ways. So we can answer some of the lifelong questions that you keep on answering me, as in, can this run this? Can this run that? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I can only do on systems that I've played with and know how it works. Of course, I can do guesstimations, but that's what it is at the end of the day. So, thank you for joining me today, guys. I'm going to stop waffling on now because I think I'm taking up your weekend. But, as always, it's been a pleasure to be doing this for you. Please like, please subscribe, please do all the things that people normally do when they send me t-shirts completely out of the blue. But most of all, guys, most of all, you have a good day. Laters!